that are unserving that was just like conditioning,
Yeah.
like the barriers of conditioning, um, and allowing that to happen without trying to force myself to do too much or those negative beliefs. You should be doing more. You need to be taking these actions. And I
Yeah.
just know
It's a
that
process.
process, and especially with this full moon, which the kind of the purpose of that is is reflecting like the shadows or those things you let go of, like with this
Mm.
what happened and the eclipse as well, to kind of reflect on those shadowy parts, to allowing to let go instead of, because I find like the body, like my body will kind of tense up and do like,
Yeah.
it's almost like wanting like being a little, there's fear a bit of like, okay, what is this new skin, what is this new identity,
Yeah.
but not needing to know.
Yeah,
Sense,
exactly.
not
But it
know.
was important is like you have people like me to like unpack it with. Like that's
Exactly.
because it's just like in the moment it feels like you're doing this. It's like a computer game. You're just describing it, logging it.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is unraveling.
And it's not something you can just share. And that's kind of, it's not problematic, but it's not many people have that awareness, to converse with, in that in really um
Yeah, that
yeah,
container.
like right, exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah. And that's what I was feeling driving here too. It's just my body was kind of settling down, and being here in person
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
just for you. Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, even with that, it's just like
Mm.
taking that time for yourself, taking that breath. It needs to be unpacked and setting that attention of like you're always taken care of. We've been through so much. It seemed to be hell. It seemed to be intense, but
Yeah.
you're always here. It's like
Mm.
the tension threshold collapse, waves of experience, waves of
Yeah.
experience. But for sure, like we're sensitive and we want to tune into abundance, like true abundance, like this whole eons of
Mm.
experience as a human being. We've been believing something we're not. So this is
Yeah.
time to be the new Rebecca,
Yeah.
the true Rebecca. Like this is what we signed up for,
The
really.
truer, yeah, bringing in more of that true core of the soul, as opposed to the conditioning and also inherited patterns, inherited, all these different things. And also just as physical examples, like my mom's mother died when she was 43 when she died. My
Mm-hmm.
mom was like 15. And then my mom's sister passed away, basically like addicted and the death. And so it's like feeling like I want to stand. And my mom tried to kill herself. So it's like wanting to stand on this, or
Yeah,
being
lots of
able to
pain.
be in a body now that holds the space to help, you know, for
Right.
me to survive and me to get through, and also to be somehow of service to
Right.
other
I,
women.
I I know it's like to survive, but I feel like you've already survived it. So now
Yeah.
it's like feeling all
Yeah.
that sensations and pain, all the emotion.
Yeah, and no surprise of being, in that space and letting go of so many things. And that was the house my mom grew up in. And, her mother, original mother, didn't die in the house, but passed. Like all of this shedding of stuff. And there's a bit of like feeling of a heaviness and kind of doubt, like, how am I going to get through this? And wanting to just allow the process to happen, and getting like physically nourished, like sleeping well, and then even coming out here, like having to blow up the air mattress and all that,
Yeah.
like, which is fine, but it's having a lot of stamina within that process. And a part of me was just like, man, monastery or something, able to,
Yeah.
but that's not that's happening, and that's okay. That's part of the process as well. Accepting what's happening and knowing there's not a reason that it's happening for the strength, almost like, even a butterfly getting out of a cocoon, you can't cut it open for the butterfly.
Yeah, the
They kind
struggle.
of physical struggle through it, and discomfort, and accepting that it's
Yeah,
also, yeah, articulating it, all of it helps quite a
definitely.
bit too, just to put it in words. And my drive here yesterday, I felt very tuned in to like the chant, like when I was doing channeling and feeling like calling in all this energy, and even to the water, and all these things, and I felt really energized in a way in that core. And now I'm, it's a bit now like the density has
Mm,
scaled back a bit, but it's a, I'm
mm.
trying to like articulate it as,
Yeah, you're going through something, but I do feel like
yeah,
you could use some body work in the intuitive sense in the astral realm.
yeah,
So whenever you feel
yeah. I will, and
good,
I did
yeah.
a like this morning. I did like a lot of like physical, like with my, with my hands and kind of like, but yeah, I think that like really having a being this vessel to have conscious awareness of connecting with those realms
Mm,
for sure,
yeah,
and allowing that strength from these other realms to help kind of facilitate the shedding of
yeah.
kind of
It's like
from the
integrating too.
quantum, yeah, integrate, and then that
Mm.
will, it's like if you get a wound or something,
Yeah, and
you
then
want to
really it's
heal.
important to go into
Hmm.
that childhood stuff,
Mm.
for sure.
Yeah, and
Now or
that
never.
the core wound of like my mom leaving when I was little, so
Yeah,
and
really
that's
go
where
into